And that means, well, you may have already surmised because of this hour-long episode yesterday. Now it's Tuesday. Yeah, I could have basically ended today's... I could have made 2 episodes out of that whole business, but I think wrapping up the Great Mystery interlude in 1 episode, I think was the smart thing to go do there. So, today's the Tuesday episode. Welcome, everybody. I don't usually call these out, these episode splits these hard, but so it goes. Let's move on to the main story now that we finally have the chance. I was jonesing to do this anyway, so, we'll do this now. I have to say, though, yeah, I don't know. I do appreciate the cozy tone of this game, as I've always said. I don't know if in this case, because that was such a huge undertaking, that quest, and it was fun doing the contradiction game. Years before Contradiction, by the way. Not sure how it lines up with Ace Attorney, but, years before Contradiction, for sure. But, yeah, it was a huge undertaking, so I kind of feel like, oh boy, and then the payoff was just that? Okay. In this case, I maybe would have liked something a little bit juicier for the conclusion than just like a simple, shucks. Well, slice of life. But, it's done and dusted, so. Welcome! You're the group of bracers heading for Zeiss, yes? Uh-huh, that's right. We just got word from Jean. The guild's already paid your fares. Would you like to check in now, or...? It'd be best to stay here and wait for the ship once we check in. Are you sure you've done everything you want to do here in Ruan? Let's check in. We're good to go. You may have noticed I had a lot of money in my pocket, but I might as well save that money for the markets in Zeiss, so, let's sit on that for the time being. All right. Just a little bit of paperwork for you to fill out first, if you don't mind. Sure. Stella's group checked in for their flight. Okay, no problems, it looks like. Feel free to make use of the port until the next flight arrives. Thanks. Now, are we gonna have a dick around at the port sequence, or... Sounds like no, because there's our airliner. Alright, fair amount of people, in addition to us. Alrighty then, off we go. Yes, let's. Oh, a boy's voice. Oh, could this be? Hold on. Because it's a boy. Yeah! Right, because we never got to say goodbye to them. This checks out, so, yeah. The kids! What are all of you doing here? We came to say bye-bye. Man, you guys are cold. Just taking off without saying anything to us? Well, I tried, but no one was at home in the orphanage. You guys are meanie faces. The worst kind. Miss Chloe, why did you have to go? Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I was going to say goodbye, but we thought you were all out. I get it. They were out coming to Ruan. I feel kind of silly now. Hang on, though. That didn't mean Matron Theresa's. I'm glad to see we made it in time. Oh my God! It's like Smash. It's like a Smash Brothers trailer. Everybody's here. Oh, I love it though. Good vibes for us saying goodbye to Ruan. For now. I don't know. Maybe we never will come back to Ruan. Actually, maybe we really are just knocking off all the areas, just like we did first chapter. In which case, goodbye, you people. Well, until they inevitably show up in some sequel, since that's what I understand, is that these games are super mega ultra connected, Like, people just keep popping up in the later sequels, so, yeah. Matron Theresa! And even Jill and Hans came! Well, duh! Like we'd miss this. Oh, we cut it kinda close, though. Thanks to the fact that you wanted to wait till the last second to keep it a surprise, Jill. Hey, all's well that ends well, right? Meanwhile, the captain is in the boat like, why won't those last people get on my boat, goddammit? They're delaying our flight. And we're just laughing over here like, everything's fine. Actually, it was Jill who let us know you were leaving. I thought it would be nice if we could see you off. And pay no mind to the old man in the corner. Dean Collins. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That was some real, did somebody say cranberries? Energy on that line. I like it. Oh, sir. Hey, Estelle? I heard that Joshua ran away from home. Oh, right, we never did, break it to the kids, the real situation with Joshua, so looks like someone broke it to them on some level that the kids can understand, which probably is for the best. Oh, Matron Teresa told us what happened. I see. I'm sorry, I should have told you all. No, it's okay. We'll pray that Joshua comes home real soon. We'll pray to Idios every day. Promise. I'll pray too. It'll come true if we all do. Oh, you guys. Oh, children, thank you. I'll throw my prayers into the pile too. Estelle, Chloe, you two be careful, okay? You do need to try your best. Sorry, let's try that again. I've been recording for an hour. Give me a break. You do need to try your best, but don't overdo it and put yourself in danger. If something happened to you, I don't think he'd ever forgive himself. Jill, Hans. Yeah, I'll remember that. Estelle, please look after Chloe. I know she seems strong, but she's still a little fragile in some ways. Matron, I'm right here, you know. Leave her to me. I kind of suspect she's going to be helping us out more than anything, though. Well, Chloe, use this as a chance to examine yourself and your desires. Don't fret. Simply look for the answer you've been seeking. I wonder if Matron Theresa's worked out who Chloe really is, you know? Because I think it's just the Dean, Jill, and Hans out of this group. But Matron Theresa's a smart cookie, so, I'm wondering. Yes, I will. I promise. Racers and students both aspire to the path of knowledge in their own ways. You two have grown immensely in the short amount of time you've been here. Always remember, you never run out of things to learn. Do not become so overconfident that you forget to learn. If you remember that, there is no obstacle in the world that can defeat you. We'll remember. Yes, sir. This is the final boarding call for the Cecilia, bound for Zeiss. All remaining passengers should embark now. Oh, whoops. Okay, that was quick. Oh, never mind. We got one more. Okay, they just needed to do a camera switch there. I was like, wow, okay. And then we left without any parting words. No. See you guys. We'll be back. I promise. Everyone, take care. Be careful, guys. You better come back with some great stories. And bring Joshua back with you. Okay, that's it then. That's all the time we had then. Oh, that's cute! The kids running after us after the ship like that. Aw. Oh man, I love these ship sequences, even though they're just like little interludes where we're having fun. Just watch. At some point they're going to throw us a curveball and we're going to actually get hit by sky pirates while flying one of these, but... Because, when you're on a big mass transit thing like this, it's kind of an adventure in itself when you get on one of these things. I know we take these a little bit for granted these days. I'm sure if, like, you folks at home, like, if you use, like, the bus a lot or the train a lot... Like, you're probably used to that thing. Like, I don't really think about the bus I use for my commute to work that much. But when you're on, like, a big trip and you're on, like a vehicle like this, it feels a little bit adventurous, right? There's something fun about that. I'm sorry, I'm waxing really weird and poetic now, but there's just something extra, like, fun when we have these little sequences when we're on one of these crafts, you know? I don't know. Ruan may be focused on their local election problems, but the rest of the kingdom is talking about the signing ceremony. After all, we are signing a non-aggression pact with the same countries as we fought for 3 months of bloody slaughter just a decade ago. I hope it will finally melt the ice a little between our two nations. That's a very peace-minded guy, I appreciate that. Hey, yes, ma'am. We've already spoken to the head of the central factory. All we need now is a contract to move the ornaments. Dang it, we should have talked to this lady first, but how could I know that when these characters are set up? When I start here, the characters are set up like this. Simon, you made right sure to secure the ornaments, yes? We must make sure those ducks are all in a row before the Imperial traders start arriving. I see, high-stakes ornament business, very good. One may be all excited about their mayoral election, but... Okay, so Zeiss, you know, the place we're headed to now doesn't even have a mayor. Instead, the head of the central factory fulfills the mayoral duties for the city and region. Perfect system for an industrial city like that, if you ask me. Wow. So it's like the Shinra Corp, but not evil. Huh. That's a fancy thought. Oh, Olivier with a glass of Chardonnay in the observation deck. That's so on point. Thank goodness. That passenger is finally quieted down. I thought I was going to have to step in and brain him with his instrument. Till a little while ago, he was playing some very, brat tunes on his lute. He even forced me into a duet with him. Takes all kinds, I guess. Including pushy kinds. Okay, what are you doing here? Esther! Enjoying our flight through the heavens? Look! Gaze upon this magnificent azure sky. Ah, but there is nothing better to drink to. Well, the weather is great and the sky is pretty, but... We're, almost Zeiss, Olivier. Should you really be drinking? Oh, come now, don't say that. Somewhere beneath this brilliant sky is my beloved Joshua. The pain he must be feeling on his solitary journey. Such thoughts drive a man to drink, you see. Excuse me, but that is entirely and exclusively my line. At least things never get too serious with you around. I guess that's a good thing. Kinda. Maybe. I shall take that as the highest praise. I am relieved, however. Huh? The Black Fang. I had wondered if the words of the Phantom Thief had shaken you. I see I had no cause to be concerned, however. You have a will of iron, Estelle. You were worried about me, Olivier? That's, kinda sweet. Remember, I am a wandering bard and poet, ever in search of that pinnacle of human affection. Maidens in love shall find no greater ally than I. Well. Please. I do not need a staffing today. I promise I was not teasing you.
I actually find your relationship heartwarming. Those new clothes of yours, for example. You purchased them because you wish for Joshua to see you in them, yes? You look excellent in them, I must say.
Thanks. What's with the embarrassing compliments all of a sudden? Besides, Shara got me these clothes as a present. Joshua... well, maybe he'd like them. A little. Huh. What's with that look?
Forgive me, that was just more than I expected. Let us leave that topic behind for a while then. Come, Estelle, I shall treat you to a legal cocktail.
I guess it is a bit tempting, but we're nearly to Zeiss. Try not to drink the whole bar yourself, Olivier, or you'll pass out and miss our stop.
Don't you worry. I only lose myself in drink when it is poured by a lovely lady.
You realize that's not something to brag about, right? Good talk, I guess. Okay, let's check. This is the engine room, cargo area. I'm drop by here real quick first. Is the layout a little bit different than the ship we flew on previously, the Lind? I wonder, because that would actually be a crazy cool detail if the ships actually did have slightly different layouts based on model. Okay, deep breaths. I need to ready my camera before we land. My one and only chance to get the picture will be when we're landing. Next is Zeiss, eh? I hope the workshop ship is in the harbor. If I'm lucky, the Arsail will be in port. I'm so excited that my camera hand is shaking. Okay, I talked to him a second time because I wanted to see if he'd elaborate on what he's trying to film. And it sounds like he's interested in pictures of, ships, maybe, I guess. Captain Petrov. Hello, what is it? The skies are calm and we should be arriving on schedule. Please, relax and enjoy the voyage. Helm, adjust course slightly. I think the stern of the ship is being dragged to the north slightly. Ba-do-do-do-do, affirmative. Changing course, do-do-do-do-do. Alright, seems like a well-run ship. I'll let those guys be. And here is the big old cargo hold bottom area. I don't think this is a different layout. I was just remembering wrong what the shape of these ships are. It would have been a huge ask to have multiple different ship shapes in a game like this. So, whatever. Hello, ma'am. Need a hand with something? This is the cargo room. It's dangerous down here, so watch yourself. Zosimov. Good talk. Okay. Let's go on the... Should I go upstairs or go on the deck? Who was on the deck? I think we saw a bit. Let's go upstairs first. I'm just gonna do that. I kind of felt that Shara would be here and Chloe would be on the deck. And Chloe's my favorite, so I want to talk to her last. I don't know, I just had this sense. Maybe I was just remembering, because I'm pretty sure we had a shot of everybody on the deck before control switched to Estelle, so maybe I was just remembering that I saw Chloe there. Also just kind of felt like Chloe would be hanging out on the deck, so... Currently to our right is the Tidith Bay, like Barrel's Gate to the Great Sea. While it is currently slightly cloudy, you should be able to make out the coastline. Sorry, I'm just looking at the map real quick. Tidith Bay. Alright, cool. So we're making, we must be somewhere over the mountains, the Chaldea Hills, between Erletten and Zeiss, I guess, if we have a visual to Tidith Bay. But it checks out. Very good. I'm heading home to Zeiss. I haven't had a chance to rest in a while. Been working all the time. Once I get home, I just want to kick back and relax for a while. Alright. Apparently that non-aggression pact's being signed at the Herb Royal Villa. Speaking of, That makes me think of that whole mess with Richard. Of course, last I heard, he's still in the stockade at Leiston Fortress, under guard 24/7. Interesting, good to know that that's the sitch with him. They say the three nations are going to be signing a non-aggression pact soon. I'm impressed with Queen Alicia, bringing both the Empire and Republic to the same table like that. We did see the ambassadors having a bit of a fight back in the capital of Gransel. I had to remind myself what the capital was. Sorry, everybody.
I suppose the non-aggression pact is a good thing. My own feelings toward Erebonia are complicated, to say the least. After all this time, though, it's for the best to reconcile.
I feel like this is a bit of an unrealistic thing, though, is that everybody in this country is really, really letting things be bygones, though. Maybe the shock of, like, Richard's coup was, like, made people reevaluate and be like, yeah, maybe. I don't know, but whatever. Maybe it's just because this is a good vibes game, so maybe people will be good vibesier than normal. Hello, Estelle. Looking around the ship again? Pretty much. I never rode airships much before now, so it's all kind of new to me still. I remember my first work trips on them and getting all excited too. I'd never ridden an airship before in all my travels. I guess the circus didn't use airships much, huh? Did you guys ride around in orbital-powered carriages then? No. Most of our carriages were of the single-horsepower variety. Mr. Harvey did have an old orbital drive carriage, though. Okay. The more interesting part of there is that she referred to, I guess her dad as Mr. Harvey instead of Dad? A foster father, or just a very loose relationship? I don't know, but interesting. Now that I think about it, whenever your troop visited, you guys were in a lot of covered wagons. They might have addressed the relationship of her and Mr. Harvey earlier, and I'm just forgetting, in which case I do apologize. But interesting little note there, yeah? You remember. You touch your teacher's heart, my dear, sweet Estelle. Anyway, airships are still fairly uncommon outside of Liberal, as I understand it, especially as civilian vehicles. Most other countries prefer orbital-driven ground-based transport. The Erebonians favor orbital-driven trains, and have a pretty large rail system connecting their major cities. Ooh, that sounds really fun too. That would also be an adventure, you know? And our Calvardian neighbors use orbital buses. That's also a mood. Orbital buses? Greyhouses. Greyhouses? What the Greyhounds, I guess. That's kind of fun. Bit of an adventure, also. What kind of a vehicle is a bus? A bus is basically a very large orbital carriage. It's a little like an airship. You pay in advance and it'll take you from place to place. It isn't nearly as fast as an airship, but the pace is gentler. They're easy to maintain and they're quite pleasant. Huh, neato. I kinda want to ride one now. Speaking of which, Shara, you've been to Calvard, right? I heard you met Zin then. Come on, I gotta hear that story. There's not that much to it, I'm afraid. I was on an errand for Cassius. He needed me to deliver a document to Calvard's eastern quarter. That's where I first met Zin. I see. So is that where the kind of Asian-themed area of this world is? Because Zin has, like, you know, Asian vibes, and there's been some characters and some stuff that has kind of like an Asian energy. And I think it's been referenced as being in the East, but Calvard, of course, I don't know, that sounds like French to me is my first, like, you know, vibe. The energy of that being more French, I suppose, but you know, I don't know. I suppose, I think the newest Trails games are set in Calvard, so I guess this question is answered, like, right about nowsies, and I will get to that sometime in the 2040s, I guess. I see. I gotta admit, I can't imagine what a town full of Easterners would be like. It was exciting, very different culturally, and exotic. You should visit if you get the chance. Yeah, man, I want to visit, but we're kind of stuck in Liberal. I love it, though. I love that this world has this slow burn, where you just explore small chunks of the world in every video game. That's kind of beautiful in a way. Falcom's commitment to this series, very lovely. I'm just checking if the widescreen has any funny, things to the sides to see. I don't see anything. Ah, Chloe! No, not talking to her yet. Gotta exhaust everybody else first. Oh, this sucks. You can't see Leiston Fortress from here. I guess they wouldn't let a passenger ship near their airspace, though, would they? Where was Leiston Fortress in relation? Yeah, that's pretty far away, down there by the coast. Yeah. Who cares about moving stairs? I want to see the hot springs. I heard it's like one huge bath. Oh yeah, there is an escalator in Zeiss. It's so trendy. I heard that Zeiss has stairs that move. Moving stairs. I want to ride them. I want to ride them. Now, that's enough running around. You're bothering the other passengers. Cute. Alright, Chloe, what's up? Oh, hi, Estelle. Taking a walk around the ship? Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, Chloe! What do you do when you need to get back to Grand Soul? Did you get the Royal Guard to fly you there? Can I call out any louder about your connections to the royal family as the princess? I'm being silly. No, of course not. That would be a little obvious. I just use normal flights like anyone else. I usually go back twice a year, once for New Year's and once for grandmother's birthday. So you're kinda used to passenger flight, huh? Oh, but what does Zeeg do then? Does he fly along at his own pace to the capital? Oh, well... Zeeg, come here! Huh? That is a fast falcon. Caught up with the airship? Hot damn. I remember reading a What If XK CD about the logistics of having a bird deliver a pizza to an airplane. So... I'll spoil. Not very possible. Surprisingly enough. But I've read about a similar case then, which turned out to not be possible in real life. But, yeah. Whoa! Squee? Sorry, I'm just calling you for a moment. Well, that was a surprise. So Zeke can follow the ship? Cool. Scream! Zeke can fly level at speeds of up to 1800 cells per hour. If that's meters... Actually, that's kind of slow. 1.8 kilometers an hour is not very impressive. How molasses slow is this airship? No, it's got to be something different to the conversion rate. Yeah. Most airships cruise at around half that. So, to Zeeg, this isn't much faster than an evening stroll. Oh, I see. You really are better than the average Falcon, aren't you, Zeeg? That means Zeeg is crazy fast, by the way. Scree! Zeeg's speed is the reason he's so useful for contacting the Royal Guard. If for some reason I can't use powered communication, nothing in the country can carry a message faster than Zeeg. I thought so. I remember how fast you got in touch with Julia during that thing with the mayor. Oh yeah, we kind of were, in the middle of things. And Zeeg totally managed to call in the cavalry. I never really thought about that too much, but wow, they actually explained the fact that, yeah, Zeeg just is that fast. That's hilarious. Ah, now Zeeg is here. That's cute. I can't talk to Zeeg.
The wind feels so nice. With the weather like this, Zeiss is going to be lovely.
Okay, I think we're done with the airship, so are we like... Okay. We're technically at the end of the episode, so I could have called it there, but I think it's a better episode ender moment to call it once we touch down in Zeiss, so we're going extra long today. Whatever, sometimes that happens. Thank you for flying with us today. We will be arriving in Zeiss momentarily. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask that all passengers take their seats. Yum, yum, yum. However... Sorry, I'm being silly here. Because the ship was called the Cecilia. That's my entire... Yeah, whatever. You don't know what I'm talking about anyway, so it's fine. Dude, this trendy music. Did Zeiss always have this music? I think it did. I just forgot it. It's very... so smooth. Okay. First stop for us should be the guild house here in Zeiss. We need to check in with Kilika. Oh shit, Kilika. No, Kilika's cool, but one of those characters who I'm really not confident that I remember how I did the voice. So, cut me some slack next episode, everybody. Okay? We'll see how it goes.
Kilika. A rather exotic name for Libero. It sounds Eastern. What kind of woman is she, I wonder?
You never give up, do you? To put it simply, capable. She is a flawless administrator, and she's also a very accomplished martial artist. She's also quite lovely, but she doesn't have much time for, frippery. I would advise caution, my dear Lanheim.
Now my interest is positively piqued. What are we waiting for then? Let us away to... Is this the fury of Kilika?
Would you give it a rest already? It's an earthquake? Help! The dock is going to collapse! Run for your lives! Ooh, Gerald! Was that the foreman? Ooh. Man, this is actually kind of crazy, by the way. I was not expecting instant earthquake when we land.
Everyone, please calm down.
No, I got it wrong. I was thinking Gerald was the foreman. You know, remember that one guy? So that was the wrong voice for Gerald. Because I'm gonna save it for the foreman. I forget his name though. I'm really sorry.
The port is designed to endure high-magnitude earthquakes. It can easily handle one this small. Please don't panic.
Yeah, he just sounds the same as the foreman for some weird reason. Whatever. It stopped.
Phew! Thank ideals that's over. Everyone, please come to reception in an orderly fashion. Let's not panic. Ooh, man. It's been a while since I was in an earthquake.
Hee, that was so cool!
Ugh, spooky. Well, that was a great way of getting welcome to Zeiss. It wasn't very strong, but attention, world. Please wait until I'm not on scaffolding before you shake again. Love, Estelle.
Heh, I'll sign that letter too. It's rare for us to get an earthquake in Libero, though.
Really?
Chloe is right. Earthquakes are very unusual here. Even though there's enough geothermal activity for a hot spring? That's kind of weird. Now we really do need to check in at the guild house to see what the damage is. Oh shit! Oh man, I was really hoping we would... I was hoping could have a week's recording off to like get ready to voice Kilika. I didn't think we'd fast travel. Okay. She had a very breathy and mysterious voice, right? I'm gonna go with this voice for now, if that's okay with everyone. Oh, wow, really breathy, because I've been recording for an hour and a half, so I'm really out of it. Ugh. This game, man. Hey, I have a bit of water at the bottom of my mug. Give me a second, everybody. Hydration check. Yeah, okay. This is a bit of a shit show today, this recording, isn't it? But I'm having a good time, so I hope you guys are too.
So, there was no serious damage to the central factory. Thank goodness. The city has also remained calm for the most part. I believe there is little to worry about on that front. Yes, I understand.
Oh, there's a guy on the voice going...
Yes, I understand. Please, continue to do what you can. Farewell. Your timing is quite serendipitous. Thank you for coming, Estelle, Sherazard. I imagine your welcome at the port was quite warm.
Yeah, kinda. It's been a while, Kilika. As always, you're 2 steps ahead of everyone. It's good to see you again, Kilika.
Likewise, I'm glad to see you here. And you two would be Olivier Lenheim and Her Highness Princess Claudia, I believe. Or shall I say, Miss Chloe Rins? I'm Kilika. I handle reception here at the Zeiss branch of the guild. A pleasure to meet you two. No, the pleasure is ours.
My word, but your beauty eclipses even what I expected. Madame, allow your humble servant Olivier Lenheim to improvise a song.
According to Jean, you've both officially registered as assistants, yes? Assistants are free to use the rest area upstairs, just as normal bracers do. Feel free to use it to relax, for meetings, etc. Thank you!
Yes, but my
If you wish to play your lute, you are welcome to play it upstairs. Do restrain yourself to reasonable limits, however, if you please.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, I think Kilika might be even harder on Olivier than Shara. Well, putting aside our repressed musician for now, how is the job situation looking? Are we snowed under?
We do have some work posted, but nothing urgent at the moment. You're welcome to attend to it as you see fit. But,
Okay, I was worried for a second. Well, not worried, but intrigued if we weren't going to have like a quote-unquote main quest through line. It sounds like she's about to throw something down for us. Huh? What's up, Kilika? You look like you're thinking about something.
this is not a normal job, but a request from the guild. In your position as the group investigating the Society of Ouroboros, I'd like you to check on something.
Check on something? This is a bit sudden.
What do you mean? It's actually what you might expect. I want you to investigate the earthquake that just happened.
Aha! I was thinking, like, no way they'd have an earthquake here as just a random event. That would seem a bit weird, even in a slice of life story like this. So, yeah, there we go. Investigate the earthquake? You mean, like, go around asking about damage? Well, sure, but what does...
Well, yes, that as well. However, 3 days ago, a similar earthquake occurred at the Wolf Fort. It lasted about 10 seconds, and the quake was not strong enough to cause any real damage.
The Wolf Fort, I think, is the one on the Calvard border, I think, maybe, if I remember correctly. 2 earthquakes, then. Well, that's worrying.
There's one particularly odd point, however. The earthquake at the Wolf Fort did not affect the city of Zeiss.
Wait, huh?
Well, that is strange. If I recall the map correctly, the Wolf Fort is not far from the city. An earthquake centered there certainly should have been felt here in the city, at least a small extent.
It was a weak quake, so it is possible we simply did not notice. Still, your friend is right. It does seem unusual, unnatural. I cannot help but feel a terrible sense of foreboding about it.
No, I think I get it. Just like with our ghost, weird stuff like this makes me curious too.
We'll be happy to do what we can, Kilika.
We should begin by asking around the city and the fort, I think.
Yes, I'll be counting on you. Mr. Murdoch is already gathering information about the quake in the city, however.
Murdoch! That was the name of the foreman. Yeah.
I expect he'll be thorough, so you don't need to worry about the city.
Okay then, so off to the Wolf Fort.
Well, ultimately this is just my personal suspicion. Remember, it's nothing urgent. Feel free to investigate as you see fit while working on other jobs. Besides, I believe you have someone to say hello to, yes?
Oh, yeah. We saw a new gospel too, so we really should go see Tita and Professor Russell.
That seems like a good idea, yes.
Let us delay our guild work until we say hello, then. Come, let us reunite with Tita with joyful hugs.
I'll kindly ask you to not hug anybody, thanks. Still, let's head over to Professor Russell's place. Oh, thank God. For a second, when she said that and it started to fade to black, for a second I was like, no, not another, jump to not another smash cut, give me control so I can end it. Especially because I will check my notes on what the voice I did for Professor Russell was. I think I did the crazy German inventor voice, but the Dr. Doofenshmirtz voice, you could say. But I'll check my notes, just in case. But, yes. Hey, fun stuff today. Not a lot of forward progress, but enjoyable to be in Zeiss. Yay, there's the Wolf Fort. And, been some fun hijinks. I look forward to meeting Tita and Professor Russell and Murdoch and the rest of Zeiss next time, and I hope you look forward to it too. So, catch you then, guys. Goodbye!